here, the father is charged with a felony, and he's got the DCFS thing going on. Well, talk about conflicts. Crime, we have a child advocacy centers here, and that's where all your kids are going to be interviewed if they can possibly be there. The child advocacy centers have the forensic interviewers and the forensic evaluators, so that the children are not traumatized. Okay, I find that repugnant and offensive. So they say if we do it right and we only do it, we won't have to do it again, and it'll be less traumatizing. Okay, well, those are nonprofits too, almost every time. But the director gets a salary. So let me give you this scenario. They accuse the father of bruising the child. The child gets taken to the Children's Advocacy Center. And in this case, he was interrogated for about 30 minutes, and I can never watch it all the way through what they do to this child. And in every case, they wouldn't have the facts to do this, but she's just pulling this kid. Well, she makes a salary, as does the director of the nonprofit makes a salary. So I got to thinking, and now this is just the interrogation. Over here, we've got him charged with a felony, right? So this inextricably intertwined agencies, the Child Advocacy Center, that's a nonprofit and they're not police, they're gathering the information from the prosecutors to prosecute this dad. Okay? So we got to think about it. Well, guess who's on the board of the Child Advocacy Center and who decides the salaries of the interrogator and her director? 2 circuit judges, one of them which is going to try the father. It's going to preside over the case. The prosecutors of that county, the prosecutor of the neighboring county, law enforcement, a DHS attorney, the only one that was not within that child welfare investor complex and making their money off of these kids being in foster care. And when a dad goes to prison, they know mom's not doing it. Mom's a drug addict. Dad was able to take custody away in domestic court, right? So she's no problem at all. We send dad to prison, money for 18 years. But there's no profit in taking kids away from their families. Don't ever forget that. That's the mantra. Oh, there's no profit. There's no, well, the industrial welfare complex rolls on. People have jobs. The state's able to put these people to work, right? So that's a benefit in and of itself. But on top of that, if you've got the ability to, as a legislator, direct money to a nonprofit or anybody for that matter and get money back as a kickback and take a bribe, there's profit in it, okay? There's big profit in it. Because not only is that money getting siphoned off the top, their businesses are rolling, and they're rolling good. So we're paying way too much. So, I mean,
And let's talk about, and it's not just that child welfare money while the children are in foster care. Then we go to the adoption bonus money. Okay, that's a $14,000 check to the state just for readopting the kid out to somebody else. And then there's the adoption entitlement money that goes on until the child is 18. The adoption entitlement money now exceeds the Title 40 money. All right, and let me give you a good example. And this is, again, when I tell you a case, it's a case I've seen. I am not making it up. Sometimes you go like, oh, that would never happen. People tell me that all the time. Let's say a dad is working week to week. He's in construction. He's working day labor. They have 3 little kids that are under age 5. They're staying in a short-term hotel. Okay, or no, they're staying in an apartment. He loses his job. He gets kicked out of his apartment. They're like, okay, well, we can stay maybe week to week. Maybe I can make $150 a week, you know, or $200 a week. They try to stay in a short-term hotel. They get kicked out of that. They're on the street. Now they're homeless. State comes and takes those 3 little babies away from them, puts them in a foster home, gives the foster parent $3,000 a month tax-free, free medical care, free daycare, free transportation if you need it. And then they order those parents to pay child support to the state. And then and of course they order them to go to parenting classes, have assessment, do this, do that, whatever. Of course they can't do it, but they can't pay child support and live. They terminate their parental rights because they cannot pay child support to the state. And then that adoptive parent, state gets their $36,000 bonus check on the kids, and then those adoptive parents gets $3,000 a month until those kids are 18, and then those kids get free college. That is the state of where we are.
But for the parents to get it back, they have to do everything on their own.
Exactly.
If you took a solvent, functioning family and dumped a case plan like they put on a struggling parent, you'd cripple that solvent, functioning family. I'll guarantee you they wouldn't be able to continue to live. They have to make drastic changes, right? And the judge will look at that parent and say, you better have a house, you better have transportation. Right, you better pass your drug screen, right? You better do all of these other classes, and you better do it all by yourself. And yet we take these foster parents who've been vetted by the state, and like she said, we coddle them and give them everything and hold them up. And they call that reunification.
Right. Foster parent can't get the kid to the doctor, don't worry, we'll send a DCS worker, pick the kid up, take him to the doctor. All right?
It's so blatant, you know, but until something is done, that they pay for that in one way or another, what incentive do they have to change?
They have none. And he's right. The governor of the state could change it with a strike, with a pen. Could change it with a pen.
I could tell them what to write.
They could change it with a pen. If they put somebody...
Why isn't he here?
Yeah. If they could put somebody at the top of that agency who cared about more than just whether or not they were getting those federal funds in and everything was flowing the way they wanted to flow, then the whole thing would change. The whole thing would change. Judges could change it. Judges could take a responsibility and be accountable and make the right decisions. I have a whole lot of reasons for talking about that. But what we are on a locomotive going 80 miles an hour down a track that is already set in stone, okay? And it's going to take a huge change.
I have a question. Would it help if there was a federal constitutional amendment for the federal cases? If they ever get the parental rights passed, would that benefit to be able to at least open the door?
We have constitutional rights for parents already.
No, I mean at the federal, I mean in our constitutional.
Here's what the issue is. We have them, they acknowledge it, but they're still immune, okay? They're immune to the lawsuit. They're immune to being sued civilly. You can still sue the government for injunctive relief. You can say, please give me a writ, you stop these people from doing that. Well, that doesn't help you. That doesn't help me bring the lawsuit to help you. You know, so that injunctive relief is, what we need is the ability to get redress, and that is in the First Amendment. It's guaranteed us the right to petition for redress, but they've taken away meaningful redress. Right. We shouldn't have to sue the government to enjoin them from doing things that are unconstitutional. Right. That's a freaking job. Right? But we have to do it. We have to try. So, sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. That's it. That's what we're.
But that's a good question. Where is he? Doing something he cares about, obviously, or stopping us from doing what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I saw him.
Yes.
I saw him leave this morning. I didn't know who he was. I saw some inquirers were down there as I walked in this morning, and some little 10-year-old boy goes, "Hello, Governor." I wanted to like trip him on the way out. Oh, Governor. So.